What is good, boys? Welcome to the first theory episode in the series. Let me just take all this off and we'll get straight into it. So, candlesticks. This is probably one of, if not the easiest, but most important things to learn when starting, because candlesticks is literally everything you read. So why exactly do we need to use candlesticks? Hold on, bro. This shit's actually... Why exactly do we need to use candlesticks? Because every candle, think of it like a battle. Each candle goes up, it closes where the body is, it shows you what has gone on for that certain time frame and, well, just at that certain time. Because it's a battle between buyers and sellers. As we know, this is all the market really does. But let me just put my face over here and we can hop straight into it. I'll just show you literally everything so I can actually demonstrate it, because obviously me just speaking about it, you're not actually going to understand it. Candlesticks, why do we need it? One, shows you a battle between buyers and sellers, and two, you can make educated decisions based on how a certain candle closed. Think of your chart like a history between what has gone on between buyers and sellers, who exactly is in control. Okay, so before we even get into candle structure and what different candles to look for, if you're completely new, candles form like this. For a bearish candle, which is what we call a down close candle, where it opens and then it goes lower, the candle opens over here and then it goes lower and then it closes over here. For a bullish candle, it is the opposite. It opens over here and then it goes higher where it closes over here. Not that hard, but I just want to do this so if you are a complete beginner, you completely understand everything that I'm about to teach you. So let's just go into the other candles and we can get into some more in-depth stuff, because this is really, really important. I can't stress this enough. There are three main types of candles: normal, just bearish candle, a normal bullish candle, and then as you can see, and then this big candle with a body. And what do candlesticks sort of show us? So we have this opens up here, and clearly this being a bearish candle, let me just make this a bit easier to read. So with this being a bearish candle, obviously sellers are in control. Buyers didn't even try to push price up. Sellers just immediately took control and pushed price down. So what don't we want to be doing here? Trying to buy when we see a candle like this. Never want to do that. Equally the exact same with a bullish candle. We obviously open, sellers don't even want to take part, and the candle just shoots up. Obviously buyers are in control. We do not want to be taking any shorts or selling the market when you see big candles like this that are bullish. And this is called a doji candle. So big wicks here and here and a very small body. A very small body. What does this tell us? Buyers had a go. Sellers also had a go. There was no winner on this candle. So what does that show us? Indecision in the markets. What do we want to be doing when this happens? Nothing. We do not want to be touching anything when we see this. This has honestly saved me so many trades. When I see the market having heaps of these candles like this with no body and just really big wicks, that immediately tells me the market isn't really certain where exactly it wants to go yet. So I'm going to sit out until I see candles like this and this, so I know who's in control. Because like I said, every candle there's been a fight between buyers and sellers, and this candle here, a doji candle, shows us that there wasn't a clear winner. These candles here, there are clear winners. So therefore, we don't want to be on the losing side of the team. Get me? Okay, good. It doesn't really get more complicated than that just for this first basic part of candlesticks. Later on in the series, we'll go over more in depth about how to actually read candlesticks, on how you can actually see who's in control before the candle even closes. But we need to learn more concepts. We can't just dive immediately into that because you won't understand what I'm talking about. So for now, these are the main three candles you will want to see: big bearish candle, big bullish candle, and big doji candle or indecision candle. And let me just repeat this again. Maybe you can say this. I'm going to give you 3 seconds for each of these. What exactly would you want to do if you saw this candle? This one right here. If you said sell, yes, correct. What about this one? Buy, correct. And what if you saw this on a chart? What would you want to do? Nothing. Exactly. So that is basically it for these candles. Now let's move on to some more advanced ways of reading these candles. These sort of candles or patterns, not really a pattern, but these also show you some very, very important things. Because as you can see, the candle did, for in this bullish candle, as you can see, price did attempt to come down here. Sellers were clearly trying to push this lower, but they failed because the candle closed here. And if you can see here, obviously buyers tried to push the price up and sellers said, no, you're not doing that today, buddy. We're going to take everything back. And the candle is going to close down here. And you can obviously see that sellers are in control here. These are not called doji candles. Why? Because price actually didn't attempt to go on both sides. So therefore, it doesn't show indecision. It shows a clear winner. Even though the candle, yes, it did come down here. Obviously, buyers were on top because sellers completely failed here. And for here, obviously buyers failed here and the sellers are in control. And what exactly do these tell us? Well, this could honestly signal a potential reversal from a key area. Equally here, if you see a big push up, then you see this candle form, most of the time, price could want to sell off. So I'm just going to show some examples now of the first 3 candle structures we saw and then these 2, because that's honestly really it. And obviously, my chart colors are this. I'll show you my chart colors early on in the series, just so you know. This is a very custom color. This is for the background. And then my symbols is honestly just white candle and black for everything else. Scales and lines, black. And then my crosshairs also black. Now you understand bullish candles are white, bearish candles are black. I'm not really going to explain why exactly I do this, but it just gets the emotions out of trading, because obviously if you see a green candle, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm making money. No. If you see this, you're like, it's white. You don't really get that emotional trigger of all of these colors being on your chart. That's why my chart looks so boring. And that's why when I trade, I don't really have any emotion in it. All right, I'll get back into the video. So a prime example of what I just showed you being buyers clearly tried to push price up over here. But what did sellers do? They took it back. Candle closed very bearish after failing to close bullish. You can see buyers here, they try to push price up and they failed. Sellers said, no, not today. We're going to shoot price back down. And they did exactly that. So just understanding how to read these small candles will really, really increase your skill on the charts. If you do understand some other concepts already, that's fine, but this is so important to learn. For example, here with the doji candles, let's just go back. So you can see all these candles here, they're closing. A bunch of battles between buyers and sellers are occurring, and there's no clear winner. We see it first here, here, and then we go here, here, another one here, and another one here. And there's no clear direction in the market right now. All we're doing is just moving sideways. And like I said, what do you want to do when you see a candle like this? Absolutely nothing. Why? Because there's indecision in the market. You don't want to be trading when the market doesn't even know what it wants to do itself. You want to be following the trends, following where price is going, not just gambling on any random candle. Again, not really that hard. And as you can see here, this is just a very, very prime example of that first, like the first candle I showed you, where you can see no other buyers even had interest in this candle. Like you can see, as soon as the candle opened over here, it just shot down. Nothing at all. And what can we spot here? You can see sellers tried to get in here. They tried to push price down with this huge wick down here. They completely failed, and price closed up here, creating this very, very bullish candle, even though you can see there was a battle that took place between buyers and sellers. And now what do we get? We get this huge push up with obvious, really, really heavy buying pressure, and it just continues. Sellers didn't even try to get in here. There wasn't even a wick on this candle. So understanding these small details in candles really, really will make a difference to your trading. They've definitely making a difference to mine. Like you can go on anywhere and you can identify a candle just like what price may want to do next. You can see all these doji candles. Look, if this doji candle is here, there's nothing happening in the market. The next candle was a doji candle. The next candle shows you sellers tried to get in. And then this candle shows sellers failed, they're not here anymore. And then price goes up. And then obviously more indecision here. You can get really, really technical about this, but I don't really stress it too much. The only things that I really do look for are doji candles, which obviously if I see a bunch of doji candles, I just will not really want to trade that. Why? Like I said, shows indecision in the market. You don't want to be trading when there's indecision in the market. This is what you want to be trading when candles are clearly bullish and they are just moving up and moving up. You get me? You don't want to be trading when there's indecision. You want to be trading when there's a clear direction. Candles are the backbone of everything you're doing in your trading, and it is really, really important you understand this. I keep saying it, but it is just so true because everybody, honestly, they just don't really listen. And most people, when they look at the charts, they're not looking at each candle specifically. They're just looking at, oh, concept here, IFVG, FVG. You need to actually be looking at these candles. And even on like the higher time frames, this can work so well. Like for example here, when we had this large reversal on the 4 hour, what did we have? We had this bullish candle. And you can see there was a battle here. It opened, it came all the way up, and it failed because look how low this closed. Yes, this would still be a very bullish candle. However, you can see how much of the battle was here. If we can measure this out, you can see we had what? I'm just going to measure this in percent. So you can say 0.5% to the upside. So 0.5% was taken back by sellers. 0.5% was also controlled by buyers. So what can this be labeled as? It can sort of be labeled as a doji candle just because of how big that top wick was. What do we get on this next candle? A proper doji candle where clearly buyers are getting exhausted. And then what do? We absolutely dump. Please, on the higher time frame, this is very, very good to watch, especially on the daily time frame. I will go over how to properly read the previous daily time frame to actually know where price is going to go next, like for the next day, for example, just by looking at these doji candles and how the daily candle closed. Because you can honestly do this with most candles, but I'll save it for another episode because that will tie into draw on liquidity, all the more advanced things, which I don't really want to stress you out or just confuse you at the moment. So today, that is candlesticks. I'm not going to keep you guys here for too long, but I hope you did understand that because it is very, very important. Okay, apologies. Quick homework. I forgot to do that. I'm editing the video now. I forgot to do that, but homework, honestly, there's not really much homework to do. Just go through your chart and just see if you can spot each candle and maybe label them, or just go through your chart and see what could happen next. Like for example here, buyers clearly were aggressive, and then you can see what did sellers do, try to take price back. Now we have this massive battle here. We have a huge push up, and then it came back down and closed bearish. So what would we possibly assume here? Not by looking at any other concepts. Price is probably going to come down, which it does. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Road to Profitability. First episode of actual concepts. Tomorrow should be like swing highs and swing lows. And then we'll do a psychology video. So yeah, that is it from me today. And hope you guys have a good weekend. It is a Saturday. So I'll see you guys tomorrow as per usual.